Today I'll be assembling the 3.5 cubic foot cement mixer from Harbor Freight, item 61932. One of the hallmarks of the Harbor Freight cement mixers is the nearly incomprehensible instructions which have led you to this video. After having put this together, here's what you want to do to achieve the least amount of frustration. You're going to watch at least 4 videos of somebody putting this together, because there's a couple different models and there's some subtleties to the different ones based on which model number you have. And then take your time, and if possible, get a friend, because there's some things that you need help holding up while you try to put a fastener in. If I had to do this again, it's maybe a 90-minute job. It's like a 3-hour job by yourself. I've taken the parts out of the box and spread them out. It comes with a pair of fastener packets which I've taken apart and separated into their pieces so it'd be easier to find. Not included is the India Pale Ale. And I'd like to thank in advance my neighbor who has been mowing a half-acre yard for the last 2 hours. And so I can't wait any longer to make this video, so I apologize for mower noise. Okay, once you get through reading the manual to figure out which bolts go where, putting this together isn't too bad. I'm using Loctites on all my nuts right here because another video I watched said they had trouble with the fasteners coming apart out in the field. So getting them all snugged up and pretty good. Wheels go on easy. Just get these big washers. One goes on each side of the wheel, and then you stick the cotter pin in. I put the part where the handle that tips the drum on the wrong side, so I got to lift this out and swap it around. The directions call for you to put some gasket maker onto this drum and then put the gasket on top of the gasket maker. And I don't think it performs any function other than holding the gasket in place while you put the top on and I get the bolts run through it. So I'm just going to put some drops on there and then stick the gasket on. Okay, I got the bolts in and a couple clamps in there. Hopefully that gasket will straighten out, and I'm just going to grab something to refresh myself while that gasket maker, seals up a little bit. So I had one hole where the gasket didn't line up, and I couldn't get the bolt through, so I just took this little pry tool and just went around and stuffed the gasket inside, and now I should be able to get the fastener in. So I screwed up. I think I have too much gasket poking out. Might be hard to see here. So I have to take this lid up and push that gasket back in a little bit. These paddles go in pretty straightforward, no real drama there. So this is the screw that holds the mounting bracket for the motor onto the frame right here. And I figured out too late that this probably would have worked if I'd used it correctly. I got it all sealed up so I'm not pulling apart, but the mounting bracket is threaded down the inside, and I put the screw in, or the bolt in like this, thinking because it would hold it steady, and then I could put this bracket on afterward. And I think that was the wrong way. I should have put it in this way, which is what I ended up doing with these right here, and it probably would have been just long enough to engage the threaded part in here, and it would have held the bracket on. So that was my mistake. It cost me 2 days and $2.80, so it wasn't the end of the world, but anyhow, now you know. Alright, my motor came shipped to me electrically connected to the box that has the power switch on the outside. But in order to mount the motor, I'm going to have to disconnect it from here, which is, you see I've already unscrewed it. And now I'm going to have to take the fittings off and pull them through and mount the motor, because it's just going to be impossible to get that on there with everything attached to it. Okay, we're all finished. They did not give me these fasteners right here that hold the cover on, so fortunately I had an assortment of bolts and nuts in the house.